Straight from the TMZ newsroom in St. Louis, Missouri, it's the Hollywood Beatdown with me and...
The chosen one.
The chosen one, the once and future welterweight champion of the UFC.
There we go.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. I mean, there's a lot to talk about today, so let's just get right into it and fire it up. It's been a couple days now since UFC 235, since the fight. We talk about a lot of stuff on the show, and I think part of the appeal is that you get raw, unfiltered, honest Tyron. So the question I want to ask first is, now that you've had some time to think about it and reflect, what happened?
I haven't really been able to pinpoint what happened. The good thing about our sport is that you get other opportunities to go back out there and get it back, and I feel like after the resume that I've had, the run that I've had, I was at the longest streak, all these stats that were out. So when I fought, man, I felt good in the warm-up. I felt good in the walkthrough. I do a walkthrough the day of the fight. Felt good in the locker room. Felt good on the walkout. Felt good when I dapped gloves with them. Something happened when we got close, and it was just like a draining moment that, I can't even explain it. A lot of people just say you have like an out-of-body experience, where I wanted to swing hard, but I couldn't. I wanted to punch him, but I didn't. I wanted to kick. I wanted to not move back. I knew he was trying to take me down. And, when I watched a small clip. I'm like, oh, who the fuck is that? That ain't me. It may not even do me justice to watch the film because that's not me. He came out there. He came focused. He came with a game plan. He stuck to it. He did what he needed to do to win the fight. I can't take anything away from him. Obviously, I'm not excited about it. I'm not happy. I'm definitely fucking way more less depressed that it's not Kobe. That motherfucker might have had to get this shit in the parking lot if he would have got it. So, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm in a weird point. I was kind of in a funk for the last couple of days because I was so excited about my album release, so excited about my release party, so excited about all the things that were coming after this, and I had already negotiated a fight against Kobe in June, and thinking about going for the middleweight belt at the end of the year. I was asking God, man, am I about to lose to this dude? Am I about to lose this during the fight?
Were you thinking that in the fight?
It was so weird, man. I've never had a moment like that. So the only thing that I can do is go back to the drawing board and become a better Tyron. I do a lot of things, and that's the way I'm built. I don't apologize for it. I don't regret it.
What do you say to people who, mention, you're talking about your album, and there are people, look,
there
are
are
people on the internet saying stuff that they're saying, did you focus too much on things outside the octagon? Did you focus too much on making the album and not enough time in the octagon training, all that stuff? What do you say to people who say you maybe were too distracted with other things going on in your life? What do you say to that?
What I say to those people is that the Renaissance man was one person that did a lot of things average. That motherfucker ain't me. I'm not him. That was the Renaissance man. I do a lot of things exceptional because I'm an artist, and I won't apologize for being an artist, and I won't sit on my gifts that God gave me, and I won't not participate in other things just because I'm a fighter. I fight 3 times a year. That's it. I'm a dad more. I'm a entrepreneur more. Technically, I'm a musician more. You know what I mean? I do more songs than I do fights in the octagon. We can only do 2 or 3, 4 at most a year. Very few people at this level is going to compete 5 times a year. It's impossible. When I do my training camp and I do my stuff, I'm very focused. I'm very in tune. But there's so many hours in a day. If you choose to go and play Fortnite and I choose to go make a song, that's our choice and that's our selection.
Right.
In hindsight, it's 2020. When I beat Darren Till, I had almost the same amount of shit going on. Same amount of drama going on, same amount of things in life, but I knocked him down, I beat him up, and I submitted him. So when I dropped Beat Your Ass, I look like a G. What if I would have lost that fight? Then it would have been too much. Yeah. So now we're just on the same story. I'm just on the other side of the coin.
Well, look, you got a good attitude about it. And speaking of attitude, a lot of the things that people are talking about with this fight, one of the silver linings is after the fight ended, there was a moment in the hallway where your mom went up to Kamaru Usman and talked to him and congratulated him. I want to show it right now because I want to get your reaction to this because this is going viral.
It's okay. It's all good, baby. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, honey. Bless your heart. It's all good. It's your turn. It ain't his time. It's your time. Be encouraged. You hear me? And keep on working because it's going to come for you. And you take it to him.
When you see her hugging up on the guy that just beat you, and
Yeah.
and saying it's your time now. Like, I know it's your mom, and you're like, that's amazing, but there's a little bit of you like, come on, mom, not right now. Like, back
No,
off a little bit.
I
None of
talked to
that?
her about it. I talked to her about it because, she also went up to Darren Till after, I beat him.
Right.
And, one thing about her, win, lose, or draw, she's going to be consistent across the board. She's going to be real across the board.
And that's true.
And the thing about it is, when I talked to her about it, I'm like, well, shit, it ain't his time because I'm coming for that belt, and I ain't going to stop until I get it. It's
So
my
you're
belt.
disagreeing with your mom?
No, I don't disagree with her, but what she's saying is that current moment, at that point in time, because what I said, I joked, I joke Usman a lot, and it was just some casual fun. But one thing that I joked about, that maybe I shouldn't have joked about because it was true, is I was kind of a mentor to Usman. He would talk to me about fighting and who he should fight. He was having a problem getting fights against guys because his pedigree made it very difficult for guys to want to fight him because he didn't have a big name yet. And I talked to him all the way up until I talked to him the other day. He called me yesterday. I talked to him yesterday, and I talked to him as we was getting the fight done. So we had a little fun at the press conference, but it's always been respect. And the thing about Usman is he never envisioned him getting the belt from me. He envisioned him getting the belt, being a world champion, but he got there at a rate where he couldn't avoid the fight against me. And I personally still to this day think that skill set for skill set, experience for experience, I'm a way better fighter. But on that night, he was a more focused fighter. He executed, and I didn't. So at that moment in time, it's not my belt. It hurts me to say it. It's fucking heartbreaking. I've shed tears about it, but it's not my belt right now. It's his belt.
So something that might cheer you up is we got Floyd Mayweather out last night, and I know he's a guy who's been a friend of you, been very supportive of you, been a big fan of Tyron Woodley. So we asked him last night. We said, "Look, Floyd, we're going to show this video to Tyron. What message do you have for him on how to come back and be a champion again after this loss?" And this is what Floyd Mayweather said. Take a listen.
Tyron Woodley, man, do you feel bad for him after seeing that?
I want Tyron Woodley to hold his head up. He's a true champion. He's a true warrior. He'll be back.
When you hear somebody like Floyd Mayweather say, "Keep your head up. You're a true champion. You'll be back," how does that make you feel?
It makes you feel good because Floyd Mayweather has been through it all, and he hasn't suffered an actual defeat within professional boxing. He felt like he was robbed in the Olympics, so in his mind, he's been undefeated his entire life. He might have not taken an official loss, but he had to learn. And on Saturday, I had to learn. And everybody can tell you to bounce back, come on, you come back stronger, blah, blah, blah. And I know that's what they want to say, and I know it's positive, and I'm like, you know what, that's dope. But it's something about getting that from a person that that's been on that level with that type of pressure. Reggie Bush is a buddy of mine. And Reggie Bush came to my album release party. He texted me the next day, and Reggie said, I don't know if it was the right time and place, to bring that to you. He said, but I've never met a champion or great that never used his adversity to come back stronger. Thank everybody, because I've been getting a lot of positive love from fans. You guys rock. You guys can kick me right now and say, oh, you talked all that shit about Marty, da-da-da-da. But nobody's really doing it, at least not from what I'm reading. So, man, I didn't train to lose that fight, and I didn't prepare to lose, and I still think I'm the greatest welterweight of all time. And now my path, but now it's redemption. I'm on a path to redemption right now, and I got to go get what's mine.
Who you want to pat on the back and punch in the face this week?
You know what? I got to pat my mom on the back. My mom's a G. She kind of really showed the basis of how we were raised and what she instilled into us and what's in the core of me. And she's an amazing woman, true sacrifice. I got to pat her on the back. Her son lost his belt to that guy. She still went over there and consoled him because, he never thought it was going to be me that he had to take it from me. It kind of hurt him because he know what it meant to me.
All right, tell people what to do.
Hey, if you guys are right here on YouTube, make sure you stay here on YouTube. Subscribe to TMZ Sports. If you guys are on Facebook, slide over to YouTube. Subscribe to TMZ Sports. More Hollywood Beatdown, more bomb-ass shows. And definitely go get Chaos Theory. iTunes, Spotify, anything digital is going ham right now.
Or else Tyron Woodley's going to beat your ass.
On God. I can be somebody's ass.
See you next week.